recording now so that we can distribute this for anyone who couldn't be here live. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. You guys are all muted up. When people come on, they're also going to be muted. But today is the first of 3 workshops. I'm calling this Kettlebell Pro, and we're going to be learning about 3 amazing kettlebell movements. We have Turkish Get Ups, we have swings, and we have snatches over the course of the next 5 days, Sunday through Thursday. So I'm going to do a quick intro, and then I'll tell you how today's workshop is going to go, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. So hello, I am Rachel Esslick. I am a fitness coach, nutrition coach, business owner. I live in Clovis, California, and this is actually my 2nd career. I've been doing this full-time for about 6 years. Prior to that, I spent about 10 years as a broadcast journalist. That's what I went to college for. And, you know, underneath everything, the whole time, I have always loved fitness. I've always loved teaching and coaching. And so I'm super fortunate to be able to do what I love and to help people, you know, here in my local community and all over the world, because I primarily am a remote coach. So I can take clients on from anywhere. So how today is going to go is we're going to be talking about Turkish Get Ups, why we're learning about Turkish Get Ups. We're going to go through a movement demonstration. I'm going to take you guys through all of the steps of the Turkish Get Up. We'll talk about like who should be doing this with a weight and who shouldn't. We can do some of that. And then I'm going to take your guys's, well, we might do like a 4 or 6 minute EMOM, which is just in every minute on the minute, we'll do a Turkish Get Up. And then I'm going to take your guys' questions. And then we're going to do a little prize at the end. So Anna and friends, I wonder who else is with you today. So we're going to finish with a prize at the end, and then that'll be it. I told my husband to watch our child for 30 minutes. So we got to have this wrapped in 30 minutes. Okay. So why Turkish Get Ups? Why are we talking about Turkish Get Ups today? In my experience, my clients either love Turkish Get Ups or they hate them. There is kind of no in between. Turkish Get Ups are a complicated movement. We're going from the ground, laying down, potentially with a weight in our hand, all the way into a standing position through a series of movements, and then we carry that back down to the floor. So it's complicated. There's a lot to it. And a lot of people ask, like, what is this doing? What are these working? Like, what is the point of all of these different steps? And my question back is, what is this not doing? It is a full body exercise. It is for your shoulders, shoulder stability, shoulder strength, shoulder health, your core, your legs, because we're using pretty much all of the muscles in your body to get up and down with this weight overhead. It's also great for mobility, like shoulder, back, legs, great mobility exercise. So I love Turkish Get Ups. I remember when I became certified in kettlebell training, that was kind of one of the things. I didn't love it then. I was like, oh my God, this is like a lot to teach people. But a lot of other people that went through the certification with me, they fell in love with it. And that was like their very favorite thing to teach. I thought they were crazy, but I have fallen in love with the movement myself. I've been on my own journey to get stronger and stronger with Turkish Get Ups. You know, I started like everyone, unweighted or with 5 or 10 pounds. And then I've been slowly building over time, more strength, more courage, spending more time underneath the kettlebell. And I'm happy to say that my current PR is 80 pounds, and I'm just trying to go up from there. So for me, the Turkish Get Up has helped me build total body strength. It has transferred into stronger overhead presses, stronger snatches. That's a movement that we're going to be talking about later on this week. That's the 3rd workshop after we go through swings. And so I just love them, and I'm very excited to be sharing how to do Turkish Get Ups with you guys and your friends and whoever else is with you. We're going to start on the ground, unweighted. Let me show you one time with a kettlebell, and then we're all going to do it together step by step. So just bear with me real fast. I'm just going to show you one Turkish Get Up with a weight, and then I'll take you through it. So this is going to be just the movement demo. In case anyone has never seen a Turkish Get Up before, this is it. So I'm going to show you my left side first, just because that's how I lay down on the ground. We're gonna start in the fetal position. I have both hands on the kettlebell. You're gonna roll to your back. We're gonna take that weight overhead. Notice my left arm is gonna be vertical. My left leg is up. Right arm and leg are down 45 degrees from my midline. All right, so here we go. Step one, rolling up to your elbow. Step two, rolling up to your hand. Step three, glute hip bridge. Step four, bringing your right leg underneath your hip. Step five, shifting back, coming into a half kneeling position, squaring yourself off. Step six, standing all the way up. Am I still in the frame? Kind of. Step seven, coming back to your knee. Step eight, windshield wipering on your knee, finding the floor. Step nine, kicking through, bringing your backside back to the floor. Step 10, back to your elbow. Step 11, all the way to your back. And then we're gonna take that weight, park it right back where you got it, and then we're gonna drag it around your head for the other side. So do me a favor, come on down to the floor and let's go through that together. We're gonna go unweighted. I'm gonna show you, I'm on Instagram Live and I'm like not even in the frame anymore. I'm gonna show you the first 3 steps and we're gonna take a pause after that. So don't worry, we're not gonna go through all 11, but let's start on our right side. Think about if you were laying in bed and you're just curled up in the fetal position, having a really nice time. We're gonna start on our right side, on our right shoulder, your knees are bent, and we're gonna use an imaginary weight. So imaginary weight, your hand's gonna go on the handle, with your right hand's gonna grab the handle, your left hand's gonna go on top. Don't use a weight, we're just going body weight first. A naked Turkish get up. Roll to your back, okay? Your hands are at your chest, right at your midline with your imaginary weight. You're gonna push that weight overhead with both arms, okay? Now we're gonna keep our right arm nice and vertical, your elbow is straight. Go ahead and make a fist with your right hand. Leave your right arm up, leave your right knee bent and your foot underneath your knee. Your left arm and leg are gonna be straight all the way down to the floor. 45 degrees from your midline, meaning your left arm and leg are not pointed straight down. They're not out in a T position. They're somewhere in the middle, okay? 45 degrees from the midline of your body. From here, okay? So all that was just to get into step one. That was our setup. Now we're ready for step one. So going back to laying in bed, if you were gonna roll over in bed, if you were gonna roll to the left, we're gonna think about that. Meanwhile, punching that right arm up for the ceiling, okay? So we're gonna punch and roll to your left elbow. Go ahead and do that, punch and roll. So we're on our left elbow, we have our elbow pushing into the floor, and we're not sinking down into the ground like this, we're pushing the floor away, extending that right arm up, and your right arm is straight and vertical, okay? The next step is the easiest one of them all. You're just gonna come up to your left hand, okay? We wanna pause on your elbow and then come up to your left hand. Great job. Third step, we're gonna go into this glute hip bridge. So really push from your left hand, your left heel, and your right foot. Keep your heel down, keep your heel down. Drive through the bottom of your right leg, and then we're in this glute hip bridge. The reason why we're up here and holding it for so long is because I want you guys to create space between your backside and the floor so that we can do the next step, which is the hardest step for everyone. Go ahead and set your hips back down. Okay, so watch me. Actually, let's go through the half Turkish get up together. Okay, so we're gonna start back from square one. We're gonna do steps 1, 2, and 3. That's the half Turkish get up, and then coming back down 3, 2, 1. Okay, so back to the right, holding our imaginary kettlebell handle with our right hand, left hand on top, rolling to our back, bring the kettlebell to your chest, both legs are bent, right leg is gonna stay where it is, push that weight overhead, right arm is vertical, let go with your left hand, left arm and leg are straight, 45 degrees from your midline. Punch through your right shoulder, roll to the left like you're rolling over in bed, and pull up to your left elbow. Push the floor away. Push your chest up towards the ceiling, eyes on your imaginary weight. Come up to your left hand. Your right arm is going to stay vertical, pointed up towards the floor, not right out in front of you. Now glute hip bridge, drive those hips up, create as much space as you can between your butt and the floor. Keep that left leg straight and then come on back down, back to your booty, back to your elbow, and then all the way back to the floor. Okay, great job. From this position, okay, so from the right where you're going to start step one, we don't have to go all the way back to the floor. Say we were doing 3 reps in a row. We could just keep our right arm straight, right leg where it is, left arm and leg where they are. And let's do that half Turkish get up again. Punch and roll. Left elbow, left hand, hips up. Come on back down, hips, elbow, and back. Good. One more time. Half get up on the right. Elbow, hand. Keep that left leg straight. Drive those hips up. Good. Hips back down. Elbow and back. Good. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I hope your eyes were on your imaginary weight the whole time. Let's do that on the left. And then I'm going to take you through the hardest step, the one that causes everyone the most amount of grief, now that I've built it up. And then we'll take it from there. Okay, so left side, we're in the fetal position. We have our imaginary weight, left hand underneath the handle, right hand on top. Go ahead and roll to your back. Bring your weight to your chest. Push that weight overhead using both hands. Left arm is straight. Left leg stays where it is. Right arm and leg are going to be 45 degrees from your midline. We are set up. We're ready to go. We're going to punch through our left hand. Roll up to that right elbow. Eyes on your imaginary weight. Come up to your right palm of your hand. Easiest step. Drive those hips up. Big bridge. Come on back down. Hips, elbow, and back. You know what to do. Half Turkish get up 2 more times. Punch and roll. Elbow, hand, and hips. Hips back down. Nice and light and easy. Right back where they were. Elbow and back. 1 more time. Left arm is vertical. Eyes on your fist. Elbow, hand, glute hip bridge. Come on back down. Hips, elbow, and back. Good. Let's bring our imaginary weight back to the floor. Boom. All right, we're done. Half Turkish get up. A+, you guys. Really good job. Quick for everybody who has their video on, who has done Turkish get ups before? Everyone. Okay, awesome. So I'm not gonna like throw everything at you guys still, because I know people watching this recording, some of them maybe have never done Turkish get ups before. So we'll still take it slow. Did anyone learn anything that they didn't know before with that half Turkish get up, or was that all a review? Review. Perfect. Okay. So from the right side, and I'm going to change my angle so that my right side is facing you guys like this. Okay. So from the right side, we were in this glute hip bridge position. Okay. This is the trickiest step for everyone. Hips are up. We're going to bring that left knee under your hip. So I want you to think about, what are those things like heat sensors where, I don't know, this technology shows like where heat is. We're going to pretend like we have a heat sensor on the floor and your butt cheek is making a red imprint on the floor. Why did I pick red? I don't know. But pretend like your left butt cheek is making a red dot on the floor. When we bridge our hip up and then we bring our knee to the floor, it's going right here. This white X is going to be my heat sensor. It's going to go right where your butt cheek just was. So from here, glute hip bridge, drag that right knee. Ha, I got it right on the bullseye, right on that heat sensor. Okay. So it requires a little bit of coordination and trust that you're going to be able to balance on your right foot and your left hand, bridge, swing that leg underneath your body. Let's try that 3 times, you guys. On the right side, from your bridge, drag that leg underneath you, kick it back out, drag it underneath you, kick it back out 3 times. So right arm is up, Right knee is bent, left leg is straight, left hand is behind us. Bridge those hips up. Drag that leg underneath you, bring it right to where your butt cheek just was. So my friend, I need to see your name. Your legs are not right. Robin, your legs were mixed up. So when you're set up, right arm is by your ear, right knee is bent. Left leg is straight. Now you'll be able to get it. Bridge those hips up. And now bring that left leg underneath you. Yes, there it is. See how much easier it is if your legs are the right ones. So 3 times, hips up, left leg underneath you. Good job, Tracy. Good. Kick through. If you guys haven't done it 3 times, just finish your 3. And then come back to your half kneeling position. Okay, so on our right side, we're set up. What we should have is a nice T-spine through our arms, from our right fist to our shoulder, to our left shoulder, into your hands. So we want to make sure that we're not like this or like this, because once you have a weight, that's your support system. Your left hand into the floor is supporting that weight in your right hand. Okay, another thing I see all the time is that people's arms are way behind them here. You want that left arm to be right out to the side from your left leg. So that left, you can slide down your leg, reach for the floor. That's where you want it. Okay, so from this half kneeling position, we're just gonna shift our hips over to the right a little bit, just so you can get up off that left hand. Okay, so now you're in a half kneeling position, but you're probably a little bit cockeyed, like I am here. This is not a great position to try to stand up from. So what I want you to do is you're gonna kind of kick your leg around. It's gonna twisty twist on your knee. That's okay, you're tough. And then you're just gonna set yourself up so that your right foot is underneath your right knee. Your back toes are tucked under so that you can push up off the floor. So we just wanna square ourselves up. Square your shoulders up, square your legs up, get those toes under. Joanna, that's why I said that it might hurt on your busted toe side to do this part, tucking your toes under. Keep your arm by your ear, stand yourself up. Okay, so once you're in alignment, this should be simple, just standing yourself up, arm is still by your ear. Now we're gonna retrace our steps back down. Okay, so left leg steps back into your lunge. You're nice and squared up until you're gonna pivot on your left knee, find your left leg with your hand, give it a slap, slide down your leg and reach straight out. Notice I didn't say reach behind you, okay? Reach straight out to the left from the bottom of your left leg. You're looking up at your weighted hand, okay? The floor is there. It's gonna be there. If you slide down your leg, you do not have to look for the floor. Keep looking at your weight, okay? Kick through, come back to your sits bones. You don't have to go to that bridge, just find the floor with your booty, roll to your elbow, roll to your back. Let's put that whole thing together from this starting position. We're not gonna get reset up. Punch and roll, left elbow, left hand, glute hip bridge up. Slide that left knee underneath your left hip. Shift to the right, sit all the way up. Half kneeling position. Good, Tracy, square yourself off. Right arm by your ear, stand it up. Eyes are forward, eyes are forward. Lunge back, left knee comes to the floor. Pivot on your left knee. Find your left thigh with your left hand. Start to look up at your kettlebell as you reach for the floor. T-spine position, supporting that weight. Kick through. Back to your sits bones. Roll to your elbow. Roll to your back. Let's do that one more time. Repetition will help us learn. Punch and roll. Left elbow. Left hand. Eyes on your kettlebell. Bridge up. Left knee under your left hip. Come up to your half kneeling position. Eyes forward. Pivot so you're all squared up. Stand all the way up. Lunge back to that left leg. Pivot on your knee. Find your thigh. Find the floor with your left hand. Eyes up on your imaginary weight. Kick through. Back to your sits bones. Roll to your elbow. Roll to your back. Let's take that imaginary weight. Let's park it over to the right side of our body. Let's use both hands to drag that weight around our head to the left. Nice and safe, not passing it across our face or our chest. All right, now we're gonna try the left side. So we're in the fetal position on the left hand under the handle, right hand over the handle, roll to your back, push that weight overhead using both hands. Left arm stays straight and vertical, left knee stays bent, right arm and leg 45 degrees from your midline. Punch and roll to your right elbow. Left arm is vertical, eyes on your fist. Come up to your hand. Glute hip bridge up. Right knee underneath your right hip. Okay, half kneeling position. Square yourself off. Left arm is by your ear. Stand it up. Good. Drop back to your right knee. Pivot on the floor. Windshield wiper that right knee. Find your right thigh. Slide down your leg. Reach for the floor. T-spine position. Looking up at that left hand. Kick through. Back to your sits bones. Roll to your elbow. Roll to your back. We're going to do 2 more in a row. Punch and roll. Elbow, hand, left arm is vertical, glute hip bridge, right knee underneath your hip. Great job. Come on up to your half kneeling position, square yourself off. Good. Push into the floor, arm by your ear. Lunge back. Pivot on the floor, windshield wiper on that right knee. Find the floor, slide down your leg, find the floor, kick through. Back to your elbow, all the way down. One more time. Punch and roll. Elbow, hand, hips, right knee underneath your hip. Good. Come all the way up. Square yourself off. Left arm by your ear. Curl those back toes under to help you push up. Good. Come back to your knee. Find the floor. Pivot on your knee. Kick through. All the way back to your sits bones, elbow and back. Good. Use both hands, park that imaginary weight to the left, and woohoo! We did bodyweight Turkish Get Ups. You guys are amazing. Okay, before I move on and talk about doing this with a weight, does anybody have questions about the bodyweight Turkish Get Up? Any questions, any questions? If you do have questions, unmute yourself and just ask away. Anna, you wanna go? I think I'm gonna ask you to unmute, and then maybe you can just respond by unmuting yourself. I think you have to hit the microphone.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I hear.
No, I had no
Tracy
question. I was
Anna.
giving a thumbs up. Sorry.
Go ahead, Tracy. You want to go?
No, I was just giving a thumbs up. I didn't mean to indicate I wanted to have a question. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, I think Anna had a question.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. I noticed on the way up, I definitely shift my hand. You know, at first I have my hand up, but before I actually go into the glute bridge, I sort of shift it back. So it's like
Behind you.
Under my shoulder. I was wondering if that is okay.
It depends probably. So can you do it and let me see exactly what you're talking about? Will you just demo one for me right now? That's a really common thing that happens. And sometimes I tell people not to do it, but I just want to see exactly what you're doing.
Okay, let's see.
Let's go right side because I can see your right arm better. So fix your leg. Is that your right side or is that your left side?
This is I'm getting up on my right side. If the cat.
Oh, okay. I guess it's mirrored, but yeah, keep going.
I have the hands out 45 degrees.
And of course your cat's coming.
Yes. So my hand is kind of out. It's like out here. Cat.
In front of you.
And so what I do is I shift it back so it's like underneath me when I go up here.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Like I just was because I don't feel like I could. It's
so why don't you try it, and instead of your arm being like at a very rigid 45 degrees, maybe pull it out a little bit further so it's like not quite at 90, but not 45, and see if that's kind of where you want it when you come up. Yeah. Does that feel a little bit better?
A little bit better. I still am.
And you still want to pull it back a little bit? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me see. Boom. Yeah, I guess I don't move mine very much on the way up. What I don't want is for you to have your arm like behind you here, because that's really like not, you know, a straight line T-spine. So just, I don't care if you move it like a little bit, I just don't want it to be like behind you. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
once you bridge your hips up, you know, maybe you're shifting your hips forward or backwards or whatever. I want you to feel supported and in that T-spine position. Hopefully you're not having to move your hand around like a tremendous amount, but a little bit is okay for now.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, anybody else have questions? Comments, concerns? I'm like getting really close to that 30-minute mark. So what I want to say, if you guys want to use a weight, here's what you need to know is if when you hold a weight in your hand overhead, it's causing pain or discomfort, then maybe just try a half Turkish get up, because your arm doesn't come all the way into an overhead position until we're in this half kneeling position. If you don't have pain and you want to do the whole thing, I would encourage you to try it. The one like thing that always happens when people add a weight is, I'm not going to do it with a weight because it's going to hurt, but when people stand up, they do this with their arm. So their arm doesn't stay by their ear and straight where it should, where you have support. They like, it's heavy and it's hard to get up. So this happens, which puts a ton of pressure on your shoulder. It doesn't feel good. So I would encourage you to just use a light enough weight that when you get up from that half kneeling position, you're not like crumbling with your upper body. We want to, as much as we can, keep that shoulder packed, our lat packed, our elbow straight, our arm by our ear. And while I'm saying that, your arm is in an overhand position with your kettlebell. So like fingers forward and wrist forward, not in a neutral position. Okay. So one more thing. Yes, holding a weight on the back of your wrist and forearm is uncomfortable if you're not used to it. A lot of times people get used to it and it's not a problem. But if you like to wear like wrist pads or wrist guards or whatever, I'm not going to hate on that. For a lot of people, especially at the beginning, it makes them just feel more comfortable, a lot less pain in their like wrist/forearm. You also want to make sure you have a nice straight wrist throughout this movement, that we're not holding it like this. Okay, this is no bueno. So we really want to like pull those fingers over the handle, and the kettlebell is going to be resting on the back of your wrist and forearm. Okay, you guys want to try it with a weight? Yes? Okay, let's do one on the right, drag it around our head. We'll do one on the left. Okay, so here we go with our weighted Turkish get up. Again, if you're not ready to go all the way overhead, let's do half Turkish get up, which means you come up to the glute hip bridge and come back down. Okay, setting up on the right in fetal position, we're going to grab that handle, pull the weight to our chest, push it overhead with both hands. We are setting up with the kettlebell in our right hand on the back of our right wrist. Our wrist is straight. Right knee stays bent. Left arm and leg are about 45 degrees from your midline. Your shoulder is packed. Your lat is packed. We're going to punch through our right shoulder, roll up to your left elbow, punch and roll, left elbow, left hand, eyes on your weight. Glute hip bridge up, create space. Pull that left knee underneath your left hip, eyes on your weight. Keep your arms straight, keep it vertical. Shift your hips to the right, come up to your half kneeling position. Square yourself off, arm by your ear, all lined up, facing the front, push all the way up overhead. Good, everybody's up? Okay, we're gonna lunge back, left leg, coming all the way down to your knee. Pivot on your leg, look up at your kettlebell as you find the floor with your left hand. Just out from your left, not behind you. Go ahead and kick through, back to your sits bones, roll to your elbow, roll to your back. Good, both hands on the handle. Go ahead and park it back over to the right. Take both hands, grab the sides of the handle, roll or drag the kettlebell around your head, big half circle, rainbow over your head. And now let's set up on the left. Here we go. Roll to your left, roll to your back. Use both hands on the weight, push it overhead. Left leg stays bent, left arm is vertical, shoulder is packed, lat is packed, right arm and leg are 45 degrees from your midline. Punch and roll. Right elbow, right hand, eyes on your kettlebell. Glute hip bridge up, right knee under your right hip. Feeling that support in your right hand. Shift your weight to the left, come on up to your half kneeling position, square yourself off. Left arm by your ear, push all the way up overhead. Good. Lunge back to that right knee. Pivot, windshield wiper on that right knee. Find the floor, your thigh, then the floor, eyes up on your left hand or your weight. Kick that right leg through, back to your sits bones. Roll to your elbow, roll to your back. Use both hands. Drop that kettlebell, or don't drop it, but gently place it over to the left, and great job. Okay, let's do, because I'm already over time, let's do a quick EMOM. Let's do 2 Turkish Get Ups on the right, 2 Turkish Get Ups on the left. This, I have a little like timer that's going to come on here in a second, but don't pay attention to what it says, just pay attention to the beep that you will hear. And let me share my sound so that you can hear the beep. Okay, so we're going to get going here. You can see some like numbers showed up on my screen and a timer. We're going to count down from 10. We're going to do 90 seconds for 2 Turkish Get Ups on the right, and then you have 90 seconds to do 2 Turkish Get Ups on the left. So I'm going to do less talking. All right, first 90 seconds has started. So we're going to set up on that right side. So go ahead and just go on your kind of own through the steps. Hopefully you're feeling like some muscle memory is taking over. Good, Robin. Eyes forward as you stand. Nice job. Coming back down. Eyes on your weight as you find the floor. Good. We have about 50 seconds left. If you're ready for your second one, go ahead and do your thing. We have about 30 seconds left, plenty of time to finish out that second get up. Good. When you do, remember we're going to drag it around your head with both hands, and then you're going to get set up on the left side. So we're going to do 2 more on the left in the next 90 seconds. Good, dragging it around your head. Nice job, Anna. All right, here we go. From the fetal position on the left, rolling to your back, using both hands to get that weight overhead. Left arm is up, left knee is bent. Right arm and leg are straight. Getting that set up from the beginning. Well, if you don't get the setup right, then you're not going to be able to get up without a little bit of adjusting. You'll know pretty quickly in that glute hip bridge, if you're trying to bring the wrong leg underneath you, it's not going to work. So I always think about whatever arm is straight and pointed up to the ceiling, that knee is pointed up towards the ceiling. So left arm has your kettlebell, left knee is bent, right arm and leg are straight. About 30 more seconds. Totally not a race. I was going to do an EMOM, but then to save time, decided to do 2 in 90 seconds. Nice job, my friends. Love it. Okay. Let me know, you guys, with like a thumbs up or smile Do you feel a little bit better about your Turkish Get Ups now versus like 30 minutes ago? Yeah, making a little bit more sense. Awesome. Okay, well, if you guys have any questions, ask them now. If you work on this over the next couple of days and you think of a question, feel free to hop into our WhatsApp chat and ask me there, or send me an email. You guys have all my info, but happy to answer questions, happy to keep talking about Turkish Get Ups for as long as you'll listen to me. Do you guys have any questions now? I just want to make sure you're good. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna say, because I don't have like an official way of making this raffle happening, but because at this moment, Tracy's the only person that I don't know. Tracy, you win the prize, woo! Okay, so your prize is a 30-minute coaching call. That's gonna be the prize for all of these workshops. 30-minute coaching call. We can be on Zoom. I can talk to you about fitness, nutrition, any type of movement that you want to go through, programming, whatever questions you have, 30 minutes free coaching with me, and we can set that up offline. Well, it'll be online, but not on this call. Sound good?
Yeah. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. All right, you guys, sorry for going over time, but thank you for being here. Thanks for watching this, watching the recording, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Tuesday for swings. Very excited about swings.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, take care. Have a great rest of your night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.